And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to season 2 of the Loves Gymnastics podcast, brought to you by the Loves Gymnastics Network, brought to you by the creator of this, Michaela Loves Gymnastics, and her co-host, Oscar, aka Gymnastics Saves Lives, Miss Shayna, and Ezra. And together, we bring you the Loves Gymnastics podcast. Season 2 begins now. Thank you, everybody, for your patience. We love and appreciate you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, bring more people into the community. It's NCAA 2025 time. Let's go, girls! And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Welcome back to my channel, Michaela Loves Gymnastics.
Yeah. Last day was filled over slaps, I guess gotta run this shit back. Didn't like the way this shit went down at the awards, I admit it, turned to a beast. It's that shit right here that get me going. After I pop me a piece, way that we killing the critics and killing the hate. Might gotta talk to a priest. The way we evolved and knock down walls, this shit's outrageous. A quarterback calls, I don't like 12, we still Tom Brady. Can short my stock, I still stack tall, you still can't trade me. Storms are minor, but you know she living major. When you flying up the side, ain't no cables. Shit so little.
Girl, how do y'all feel about the new men's leotard that Frederick Richard is trying to put out there, girl? Oh, y'all didn't get a good look at the leotard? Y'all want to see it again? Let's see it again.
I see dead people. Hey, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw. Man down, call her ambulance, tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in their mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options.
So he said they not like us. Did y'all like that? Did y'all like that? Did y'all? Oh, y'all said y'all want to see another example of what this thing look like. Okay, fine. Let's do this. So what are y'all opinions on the new Leo that Fred Richard is trying to present to the world? I have some opinions, and now that we actually saw what it looks like and seeing his doubling and tripling down on this, I feel 100% okay with raking him through the motherfucking mud. Now let me start off by saying this. We will not accept racism, though. We can criticize him without bringing his skin into it, without bringing his race into it. I'm black, and I will accept other black people bringing up the history of being black and homophobia, but not from y'all white bitches. Y'all better not bring race into this motherfucker, because I'm telling y'all, I would do a 360 and be on Fred Richard's side. Y'all better not bring race into this motherfucker. This better be about this issue and this toxic masculinity. Y'all better not bring race into this motherfucker. Do I think I need to say it again? I think I need to say it again. Y'all bitches better not bring race into this motherfucking conversation once again. With that being said, Frederick, this ain't it. You know what? I'm not going to be nice. Frederick, this was some fucking bullshit. This is some fucking bullshit. You literally was like, you wanted to wear a Leo where it wouldn't be so tight, but because y'all didn't realize that you had to wear pants on 4 of the 5 events, so now you had to cover up your legs, so now you're wearing tights. I remember I said in one of the shows, hey Fred, at least they're not making you wear tights. Now you're wearing tights. Part B, this isn't basketball, this is gymnastics. This is not basketball, this is gymnastics. I talked to a coach who will remain nameless, a boys gymnastics coach, and he feels like this leotard is unsafe. It's not safe. When you're trying to grab your legs on skills, you just have nothing but fabric to grab onto. It's not safe. You're literally going to get people hurt. This is why loose fabrics in gymnastics are not allowed. Because when you're pulling skills around, you need to grab your leg to pull to. You don't need a whole bunch of fabric that you think you're pulling your leg and you're just grabbing onto fabric. And now you're landing on the back of your neck, Frederick. Once again, I said this in the previous show and I will say it again. Instead of you doubling down and tripling down on this toxic masculinity, because that's what this is, and you are black, and I am black, so I said I will accept it from a black person. Guess what? To a black person, this is very toxic. You would rather, this is why it's toxic. It is not within the rules of gymnastics. It's one thing to say you want to change the uniform. That is completely a non-toxic thing. But to say you're going to change the uniform, the judges tell you this, what you're trying to present is not within the rule. It's going to be an automatic deduction. You're doubling and triple down on it like you're some gymnastics hero when you're being a gymnastics bigot. That is the part that is really bothering me with this 100%. This is dangerous, Frederick. What happens when some boy is trying to do his first double-double and it's a little bit short? So then he decides to start pulling on his legs, trying to pull that last flip around. But he's not grabbing onto legs. He's grabbing onto a bunch of baggy fabric, and now he's landing on his neck. Are you going to be responsible? Are you going to pay for his medical care? Like, you're not thinking this through, sir. You're doubling down on this black toxic masculinity, and you're not thinking this through, Frederick. We're trying to, and then the gag is, I can, because this is how black men think. Y'all, you and your team, you're not looking at this like we're trying to protect you, which we are. You're not looking at this like we are trying to make sure you have years and years of longevity into sport if that's what you so want. What you're looking at this is a bunch of queer people telling you what to do. So you're now doubling and tripling down. This is why you put the "They're Not Like Us" in that particular part in your pommel horse routine. And this is how passionate I feel about this issue. I'm not even going to try to monetize this video because you're playing damn stupid songs in the video. So I'm not even going to monetize this damn video. I'm going to just let this video speak upon itself. And because of that, I'm going to play gymnastics because I'm not going to try to monetize this video. So, Frederick, friend. Think about your career. Think about beyond you, beyond this, whatever. If the leotard makes you feel that uncomfortable, Frederick, which I just don't. Okay, this is me just as a fan. Now, when you first presented this, I asked some people behind the scenes who asked me not to put their business out there, so I won't. I won't. But I talked to a coach and two male gymnasts, right? And my first question to them was, they're Black. My first question to them was, as a Black person, like, is this really an issue? Like, I know I focus a lot on the women, but is this an issue? Like, are the boys being picked on because of the Leos? And one of the athletes told me, it's not the leotard. Actually, the leotard looks professional, and the leotard makes you look like you're going to do something professionally. It's the fact that little boys don't know male gymnasts. And little boys, when they think of gymnastics, they think of, like I said in the previous show, like I've been saying since this thing became an issue a week ago, they think of Simone Biles. They think of Gabby Douglas. They think of Dominique Dawes. They think of Shannon Miller. They think of Vanessa Adler. They think of Carly Patterson, Nastia Liukin, Sean Johnson, Alicia Sacramone, Bridget Salone, Chelsea Memo, Jordan Weber, Ali Raisman, Michaela Maroney. Definitely a Michaela. She's definitely should have been one of the first names I mentioned. Kyla Ross. They think of Madison Cochin. They think of Lori Hernandez. They think of, I keep saying Simone, Gabby, Ali. They think of Sunisa Lee. They think of Morgan Hurd. They think of Trinity Thomas. They think of Aaliyah Finnegan. They think of Haley Bryant. They think of Nikki Smith. They think of Charlize Jones. They think of Rebecca Andrade. They think of Flavia Saraiva. They think of Aaliyah Mustafina. They think of Spelana Horkina. They think of Spelana Boganskaya. They think of Mo Whelan. They think of Yang Bo. They think of all of these beautiful, talented, amazing women gymnasts. The issue in America, because outside of America, they think of names like Yang Bo. They think of names like Alexei Nemov. They think of names like Heath Thor. They think of names like Bang Bo. Hold on, what Nisha said. But they think, yes, they do, Nisha. Yes, they do, says. They do think of all those people. Anybody before a male gymnast, which was my point. Outside of America, they do think of Ray Zapata. They think of other names, right? In America, for whatever reason, and there's not even a for whatever reason, in America, because of the culture of America, you all make gymnastics feminine because the male gymnasts in America do not win and y'all don't know their names. So to y'all, you think of the people who win, which are the women, right? That is not the fault of a uniform. Even the fact that y'all calling it a uniform instead of a leotard is stupid. It's a leotard. It is a leotard. That is the uniform that gymnasts wear. It's a Leo. You are wearing a leotard. The fact that you cannot bring it upon yourself to say leotard speaks more about yourself than the actual sport of gymnastics. Once again, I said this before. This sport is called artistic gymnastics, not gymnastics, not power gymnastics, not power tumbling. It is called artistic gymnastics. I've said this before and I've said this again. See, you all are stuck on the artistic part. So when you see the male's Leo, it's very similar to you, not to me, not to people who have two brain cells to rub together. A male ballerina leotard. It is nothing. This is why I think Frederick wanted to take the pants away so he could feel less like a ballerina. Fred, I'm so sorry. If you don't want to feel like a ballerina, do a different sport. This is, again, artistic gymnastics. And then the gag is, on floor, I think your shorts are perfectly fine. It's the top that is still too baggy. I think the shorts are a little bit too baggy. If it was maybe like 2 sizes smaller, I think it all would be fine. But right now, it's completely dangerous. I do agree that the shorts can be a little bit longer, but everything else for it is dangerous. It is dangerous. It's nonsensical. It's dangerous. It's a safety issue, Frederick. And y'all around here pushing this shit like, okay. Like, bruh. Think about this. Think about this. Just think about this. Because I don't want somebody to sue you once they break their neck. But it's 100% toxic masculinity at its finest. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, Frederick. It makes no sense. And I spent 20 minutes on that. Let's move on. Because now that people actually saw it, y'all actually are agreeing with me now. At first, when I was saying this a week ago, y'all was looking at me like, ooh, girl. Like, I don't know what you talking about, girl. Like, ooh, girl, I don't know. Like, he just want to come up with a leotard, girl. What's the difference between him wanting to do this and the Germans wanting to come up with a unitard, girl? Ugh. But now that y'all see the proof of the pudding, I see the Twitters. I see the message boards. Y'all are up here like, ooh, Fred, this ain't it, girl. This ain't it. Now, today, well, speaking of Frederick, yesterday was the day 1 of the Men's Winter Cup. Today will be the Women's Winter Cup. I think the juniors, yes, he did get deductions. Sophia, aka Desi. We have the Junior Women's Winter Cup. I think that starts around 2 or 3-ish. And then we have the Senior Women's Winter Cup, which starts between, I think, 5-ish. I think all of this is going to be on YouTube. And I think maybe next week, maybe tomorrow, there will be a NBC, with Sam Pescic and John Roethlisberger and Tim Daggett coverage. We have some news. Miley Lou, Oscar's favorite, has pulled out of this competition. Tiana. I'm so sorry, Tiana. I'm going to learn how to pronounce your name. Let's call it Tiana. I'm going to learn how to pronounce your last name. Addicts had it right too. Damn it. Tiana is just doing one event. So yeah, I think Ashley Sullivan is gonna win. Maybe Simone Rose, but I think Ashley Sullivan should win this meet. Without Tiana, Hesley might win. Hesley's here. Yeah, Hesley definitely is a contender to win too. I'm so sorry, Hesley. But I don't think Hesley is doing all of this. I think Hesley's just doing bars and beam. Maybe beam and floor, actually. I'm not sure, but we will see tonight. So yeah, we are going to watch, before we get into the elite of it all, I fell asleep last night and I have not seen what happened with Florida and OU. So I said, hey, let's watch it together. Now, I don't want to, it's not because I'm scared of getting a copyright strike. It's my internet. My internet's been really lackadaisy lately. When I first moved over here, my internet was Gucci. Lately, my internet has been ass. Oh, Tiana's not even doing Beam. She's just withdrew completely. Oh, no. Oh, no, Tiana. I definitely thought you was just doing Beam. Oh, Hesley is only doing Beam. Okay. Well, Hesley, hopefully you can make some international assignments and get your name out there, girl. So my internet has been acting that ass. I would play the video. I have no issue with playing the video. It's just I don't want to play it and then the whole competition is so choppy, y'all can't see it. I'm trying to think how that. But I did post both the Florida and OU and LSU Kentucky meets on my Twitter page. If you want to watch the videos, you can have three choices. You can go to my Twitter page, you can go to Number One Gym Fan, or you can go to Addicts. But I do still want to watch it with you all because I heard it was very gag worthy, and I just for whatever reason missed it. Yes, mate. Watch it with the folks. One second, it's popping up. Everybody just
the SEC on ESPN.
Can y'all hear it at least? Oh, we all know Jimmy can't
coach. Along with fellow Olympian and All-American Bridget Sloan. Now, Bridget, this is one of those meets we circle on the calendar. Oklahoma's coming off their first loss last week against LSU, and then Florida's coming off a big meet last week against Auburn. So what can we expect tonight?
Well, we can expect some great gymnastics. These are two teams that are very familiar in the postseason, so this is a huge testament to both teams. They've got to perform tonight because this is a big moment for both teams to come back.
We talk about the quality of gymnastics we're going to see tonight. 3 of the top 5 all-arounders in the country are here, including Oklahoma's Faith Torres and Jordan Bowers, and Florida's Leanne Wong. Let's go to the third member of our broadcast crew tonight, Taylor Davis.
Well, Mark, for this Oklahoma team, a regular season loss isn't a common occurrence. The last one happening back in 2020.
Oh, I want to try to share my screen. Oh, I want to try to share my screen so bad. Whew. Okay, let's try it. Let's see. Let's see if it's gone.
So coming off that loss, head coach KJ Kindler told me they've used it as full. It's really working on winning at practice. She told me we actually see a benefit in being battle-tested before postseason. It's something that the Sooners didn't have last season. You'll remember their first and only loss came in the NCAA semifinals. I spoke with several athletes who told me this one was hard to swallow because we knew it wasn't what we're capable of. But if we're going to have to bounce back, we'd rather do it now with championships still ahead of us.
All right, we're set to go. Let's remind the audience the meet format and dual meet competition. 6 gymnasts will compete on each event for each team, but you can count just the best 5 out of 6 scores towards their team total.
Okay, it's not that bad.
The home team starts on vault and will finish on the floor. The visiting team, Florida Gators, will start on the bars, and they will finish on the beam. So Oklahoma ready to go with Lily Peterson, the exciting young freshman from Minnesota, now to lead off Sooners on ball.
And Bart, this is a big moment. A freshman, it's a 1.5 big step forward. One thing that KJ mentioned to us, Bart, is they are working on their landings. A great start for Oklahoma, but they're really wanting to focus on those stuck landings.
Take a look at the event rankings for each of these 2 teams. Oklahoma tied for second in the nation with their vault NQS. We'll explain NQS a little bit later. And Florida is currently 7th on bars. Now their leader is Anya Pilgrim, and we have a thrilling team with lots of talented athletes tonight from Florida, including this young lady who's already represented her home country of Barbados in the World Championships.
Anya doing a fabulous job in this leadoff spot. She is just steady on every event.
Oh!
Oh!
Looked like she just didn't get her hands on top of the bar.
That is Owen Field, the
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm literally gagged right now. I'm literally gagged. What Florida gonna do without Anna Pilgrim? Anya Pilgrim. Oh my God. That was a scary fall.
coach checking in on her. Wow, what a way to start for the Florida Gators.
I'm just going to play the audio because
the
video is just not.
Four-time All-American last year. Now, the way the world rules work in NCAA competition,
Oh.
give them time to assess her situation. If she is able to get up and continue, she has 45 seconds from winking the head job.
Oh my God.
And this is another Yurchenko 1.5 twist, 10-0 start value.
You better work, Faith Torres.
Almost perfect.
You better work, Faith Torres. Oh my gosh. Wait, and Jenny let her finish doing the wait. Jenny Rose, you need your ass whooped. Jenny Rose, you need to be fired, right? Jenny Rollins, you need to be fired. Why are you letting this girl? She let it on her head like she. I'm just gagged. I'm gagged. Okay. Let's finish watching this meet, y'all. Let's finish. I'm gagged. I'm gagged.
We're not seeing a lot of perfect 10s this year, but that mechanics were quite good, weren't they?
I mean, that is textbook. Her form throughout this vault is just gorgeous. Legs glued together, toes pointed. I mean, that was very, very well done.
Faith Torres, the junior out of Bristol, Wisconsin. A very explosive gymnast at all the 4 events. One of the best all-arounders in the country. Currently having an outstanding season. Looks like there's a little bit of a scoring delay on bars. It's especially difficult to calibrate the scores when there's a miss because judges often struggle with what's the start value and what deductions to make.
Come on, Riley.
6 more college
the next
basketball
gymnast
games
up is
highlight
Riley
our ESPN
McCusker.
schedule Saturday, including these
I'm so
featured
sorry that
matchups.
we're not
Number
playing
5
the
Houston hosts
video.
number
I
8
absolutely
Iowa State
have
at
the
2
video
Eastern,
to
followed
play.
by
It's just my internet is not allowing me to be great right now. So
number 1
we're here
Auburn
where we're
hosting
at
Georgia.
now.
And at 6 Eastern, it's Kentucky. They square off against Alabama in the Sonic Blockbuster. Score came in for Faith Torres for the Sooners on vault. It's an impressive 9.95. 8.975 was the score for Anya Pilgrim.
Come on.
Already, Riley McCusker competing second now for Florida in the bars. They put themselves in a difficult situation.
They have, but right now the job is to get this team back on track. Riley doing a great
Double
job.
tuck.
New dismount, stalled her into the double tuck. Very well done. It's challenging when you come after.
Okay, my question is for Riley McCusker in the
Riley
University
really
of Florida
just
is she's under rotating this double tuck.
competitiveness
What the
right
hell
there,
was she
getting
doing
this
with that
team
double
back on
layup?
track. So the remaining 5 athletes' scores have to count towards Florida.
Jalen Rowland very happy with that recovery performance. I mentioned the 10th season and Florida head coach. Top 4 finish in 7 of the last.
Look at my Kayla DiCello over there looking like a baby doll. You better work Kayla DiCello.
Level all along, but they have yet to win the national championship under head coaching Jenny Rowland. Here's Kyra Wells, a sophomore from Kansas.
Another year Chico 1.5 twist.
Oh. Wow, that was real nice.
They wanted to work on the sticks, and they are showing the hard work that they put on in practice this week. Take another look here. Landed a little locked-legged, just a little bit, but held onto it, did not move. From my point of view, this is a good one right here. Ooh, I think that right leg might have lifted up just a tiny bit, but ultimately that's a huge vault for Kira in Oklahoma.
Second team All-American on vault last year. Her season high is a 9.95. Great form throughout. A little scary when they land locked leg like that.
Would love to see, I'm going to say absorb a lot, and they want to land and bend those knees just a little bit.
Skylar Drazer now up for Florida. 9.85 was the score for McCusker.
That was a fair score.
Maloney got the high bar right back down to the low bar. Good cast handstand there. Just the dismount. A little low on that landing. You saw her chest was a little bit low. Had to take that step forward.
You know, with 2 teams that are this evenly matched, I'm afraid it often just comes down to stuck landings. And this is the kind of meet where they're really going to add up, whether you're sticking or not.
Absolutely. And we are hoping to see more sticks. But again, like I said, Bart, it's going to come down to the last routine, the last skill for who wins tonight.
Back to the Sooners on vault. After Faith Torres had that 9.95, Kira Wells a 9.925. And this is a big vault for Jordan Bowers, one of the top all-arounders in the country.
Another 10-0 start value. 1.5 twist.
Good. Oh, Oklahoma on their vaulting shit tonight.
Right now, Oklahoma looking to drop that 9.85 from Lily.
Oklahoma's on their vault.
Sooners at home, very comfortable.
I'm so sorry, everybody. And if you want to watch the full meet, like the video, I know I'm just playing the sound. Again, I'm so sorry, everybody. My internet is acting the ass. I don't know why, but it's just, it won't let me be great. It won't let the video stream flawlessly. Now, I could play the video, but it's going to skip and pause and do all the foolishness. And don't nobody want to watch that. Let's just listen to the audio. If you want to actually watch along with me, I'm at 11 minutes and 09 seconds in. You can go to my Twitter page. I literally have the meet up on my Twitter page. You can watch it along with us as we're watching. I'm literally watching it from my Twitter page right now. And yeah, you can keep up with us. But no tea, no shade. I hate college floor. So we may not watch, or we may skim through those events. We may skim through those events.
Since KJ Kindler has taken over this program 19 years ago. So it's usually a safe bet to put your money on the Sooners when they're in the Lloyd Noble Center. They've been a solid, consistent team for these last 19 years, always challenging for a championship. And they're tough to beat anywhere, especially at home. They've only had 4 losses under her leadership. The last one being LSU back 11 years ago. The senior class competing here has never lost a home meet for the Sooners. I hate to jinx them, but I just wanted to mention that. Now for Florida on the bars, here is the story. Anya Pilgrim had an 8.975. Skylar Drazer, just their last performer, had a 9.75. So now they really need to hit the next 3 routines in a row to dig themselves out of the hole from that low score. Remember, 6 competing.
Why is Sky Blakely going up so late in the
right
lineup?
Now, Sky Blakely doing a great job. She had a mistake last week and unfortunately had a fall. So far, so good. She's got a beautiful dismount here. Double front with a half.
Oh my goodness. That was spectacular.
Dixit cold.
The freshman from Frisco, Texas.
But that was the best dismount I've seen Sky do in a long time. I gotta rewind that. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know. Sky, you ate. You ate. That Higgins roll was still but you ate that dismount.
Had a fall. So far, so good. She's got a beautiful dismount here. Double front with a half.
Oh my goodness. That was spectacular.
Dixit cold.
The freshman from Frisco, Texas. 2-time member of the U.S. World Championship team. Competed in the Olympic trials. Tore her Achilles just before, but this was perfection.
This really was. Handstands right where they need to be. And I love this dismount.
They didn't show that Higgins roll though.
With the half, she kicks her legs out. You see those legs so close together. Again, she had a fall last week, but you would never know. She's a freshman back in this bar lineup. So happy to see her.
Here's Elle Miller now coming after Jordan Bowers notched the third 9.9.
Come on, Elle.
It was a 9.9 for her.
Oh my gosh, she looks so different. Stoy.
Oh. Nicely done. One thing that Oklahoma is showcasing is the control. When they take a step, it's a very controlled step. Elle with another 9 or 10-0 start value with that Yurchenko 1.5.
Maybe you can help the audience understand the start values, especially on vault.
You're going to see a lot of Yurchenkos, but if you're doing a Yurchenko full, the start value actually is only out of a 9.95. So if you stick a Yurchenko full, cold, beautifully done, your max score is a 9.95, where with 1.5, it bumps up to a 10.
Speaking of 10s, here is Leanne Wong. Some thought she should have got a 10 last week on bars. She is one of the best all-arounders in the country, and in fact, in the world.
I'm with them on that 10 last week.
Wow, Scott Blakely got a 9.9.
Before her notched a 9.9. Their high score so far.
Leanne, just the dismount here. Double layout.
Oh.
Beautiful, Leanne.
10 again. It looks good to me.
Beautiful, beautiful,
2-time
beautiful.
Olympic alternate. She was on 2 world championship teams where she earned medals for the U.S. team.
I don't get it either, Desi. I will get there when we get there. I haven't seen.
She really is just.
Ooh, but Anya, that was a bad fall on the end. A bad fall.
4 hits in a row for Florida. They're going to need the last routine to be a hit if they're going to keep this close. Elle Miller had a 9.85, and here is Audrey Davis in the anchor spot for the Sooners.
Yurchenko 1.5.
Stoy.
Little the end of that. Really great height. Jan almost had a little too much juice in the tank, a little too much power there.
Yeah, Audrey should be their lowest vaulting score because of that block.
It's better to
Her block is really
under rotate.
Take a look at the scores on the right of your screen in our scoring bug. You see the grayed out number. That is the lowest score so far in that rotation, likely the score that they will drop. Oklahoma's lowest score is a 9.85, where Florida is dropping at 8.975. Depending on what we get from Selena Harris Miranda, their final competitor. This is a critical routine.
Come on,
for
Selena.
Florida. They need a hit right now.
And one thing Selena does well, she loves to be in this anchor spot. Nice build a handstand, legs glued together. Right here, she's going to do an immediate double layout.
Oh, she took her giant full. She's a toe on, toe off double layout. Much smarter decision, Selena. Much smarter decision.
High fives all around.
But that is so not good in my opinion.
Bounce back. They had a mistake early on, but it didn't phase the rest of them, and they got some great scores.
So a clutch hit for the Florida Gators after Leanne Wong had their second straight 9-9. Expect a good score for Selena Harris Miranda. Audrey Davis from the Sooners had only a 9-8. That's the score they will drop. So that 9.85 for Lily Peterson will now factor in their final score. So Oklahoma with a 49.475. Florida currently has a 48.375, but we have not factored in the final score for Selena Harris Miranda. That's the end of the first of 4 rotations. These are 2 of the most dominant teams in NCAA gymnastics over the last 15 years. It's a 9.875. So these 2 teams
with gusto. They make it easy. And one an all-out battle is going to be this year.
Ranked by what's called the N home scoring.
You average them, so their NQS right now is a 197.7.
15 years in
top 5.
And Nisha, oh my God, everybody. Nisha, Oscar, I realized why we were so confused with the NQS. We are a whole week behind. I'm thinking this is week 7, or this is week 8. It was some week where I think it was week 4. I did week 4 twice by accident, so we've always been a week behind. So yeah, everybody have way more than 6 scores for the NQS. Everybody should have at least 7 scores for the NQS, and they're dropping a score. So yeah, once again, I need to apologize because been wrong. We're not on week. This isn't week 7. This is week 8. My bad. But y'all could have said something to me about this in the audience. Y'all absolutely said something to me about that too. So I blame that on y'all as much as I blame that on me.
We weren't sure if she was going to be okay.
It was really nice to see her get up and finish the routine. Not the way that University of Florida wanted to start that first rotation, but man, did they bounce back.
Go down to Taylor Davis. Oh! Taylor Davis for an update.
It was an unsettling scene.
Oh, and yeah, y'all don't need to keep playing the injury over and over and over.
10-0 start value. This is big.
Ellie Lazaria, let's go. The Chica 1.5.
Beautiful.
Couple hops at the end of that, but right now, Florida, they need to try to stick, but they need to do clean vaults here.
And we're talking, this is basically week 8 of the season. These teams have been competing a lot. I know you've been through this experience competing week in and week out. How tough is it to keep that edge here at the midpoint of the season?
I mean, not only is it physically tough, but it's mentally really tough. This is when athletes really dial in on what helps keep their mentality strong. You're going to see different things that they do throughout the meet to just keep it casual, keep it fun, and just try to keep it light.
Danny Severs will lead them off on the bar. She's been out of the lineup much this year because of an injury and then some illness. Great to see her in the lineup tonight, leading off OU.
Danny has a dynamic dynamic bar routine. Nice half pirouette there, right on top of the bar. See if she can get the stick.
Oh, so close.
Tiniest step. I almost called it. She sticks, I would say 99% of the dismount she does on bars.
She competed in that meet last week with OU against LSU, had a 9-9. There's KJ Kindler, the head coach of the Oklahoma Sooners. Her staff has been together for 19 seasons. It's the longest staff term of the coaches in the United States right now, and it's her husband Lou Ball and Tom Haley, all of them together, and they have won 6 national championships over the last 10 years.
Lou Boy.
Back to vault now for Florida. Louis Boy.
Ooh.
A little under rotation there. Watching her in warm-up, she didn't quite get the pop off the vault that we're used to seeing from her. She just had a birthday. She is 17 years old this week.
But how is that possible? She was in college at 16?
Yes.
Did you get through school that fast?
No, Bart.
What's the truth? Were you held back in kindergarten?
Preschool was hard, okay?
All right. Danny Severs led the Sooners off the 9-8. Here is Lily Peterson now. Several gymnasts in all around tonight. 4 for Oklahoma and 2 for Florida.
Nice back salto down the low bar. Lily, one of the freshmen on this Oklahoma team that has consistently been in the lineups, in the all-around.
Oh.
And she does a great job. Just a step on the landing.
Oh my goodness, you know, KJ Kindler was frustrated last week because the Sooners stuck only 4 of 15's landings. And tonight they had 2 really nice dismounts, but minor steps. What do you do about that, Coach?
Well, things happen. The one thing that they are
Look at Reagan in her blonde girl era.
Steps that, you know, they're not showing their arm swing. They are being very controlled, but you know they want to stick those landings.
Danny Ferris now, the sophomore from Palm Coast, Florida, after a 9.725 from Lee Wood.
Very well done. Hop on the landing again. It's going to come down to who sticks the most vaults, in my opinion.
I'm impressed by Florida's big vaults. They are not only going high, but they're traveling a long distance from that vault table.
Well, vault coach Adrian Burdett spends a lot of time on getting the power off the vault. It's so important to have the speed on the run, the power off the vault, but also the control on landing. It's really, there's a lot that goes into doing a perfect vault.
You mentioned Adrian. He's been 18 years with their former Romanian national team member. Back to Oklahoma on the bottom.
Addison, who did not do vault.
Beautiful church. A little short on that cast handstand after. A little wonky on that catch from the pack. You saw she had a really big swing. Gets it back though. Tiny hop on the landing. This is our first time seeing Addison tonight in the lineup. She's a regular vaulter for Oklahoma. And on this is her church. Little close. You saw those arms bent on her catch. Short on that cast handstand, but right here, her pack still. She didn't quite rotate as much as you want to see, making that swing a little bit big. Her experience, though, she's able to get it right back.
Remember, Oklahoma had a lead of 2/10 of a point coming into this rotation.
Come on, Leanne. Save this rotation, girl. Let's go, Leanne.
And you see if Leanne Long is normal, she can average over 9.9.
Let's go. Story.
Very well done, but again, not seeing the stuck landings. Leanne strives for perfection every time she competes.
Going back to bars for the Sooners. Here's Taylor.
You both made mention of the sticks of this Oklahoma bar lineup, and it really made the difference last week at LSU. In the first 3 rotations, they only stuck 4 of 15 landings, and they've been drilling them in the gym this week. Jordan Bowers telling me how much of an emphasis it's been. I can see it on the faces down here. A little disappointed with these landings, but everyone encouraging each other, don't press.
Addison Fada had their high score so far, 9.875. Huge loss.
Faith Torres, I love watching her on every event, but she soars.
Gorgeous,
on these
Faith.
bars. And Bart, she's got one of the best double layouts.
Beautiful.
Just start landing.
If you need someone to stick a dismount, you look to Faith Torres. An outstanding job.
What does a stuck dismount do for the morale of the team?
Oh, sticks are contagious. You say falls are contagious. They are. Mistakes are contagious, but man, sticks are contagious. This double layout. I mean, this is one of the best. I think that's the best one she's done all night, including warm-ups. Now's the time to do it.
Leanne Long got that first 9-9 that Florida was looking for on ball. Here is Gabby Disador, sophomore.
See if she can control this landing. Really huge vault off the table. You hear the vault when she gets that block.
Florida. Missouri is a better vaulting team than you are, girl.
Controlling that landing a little bit more.
Even though Alabama is ranked way lower than you, so is Alabama.
In the lineup on the vault for the Florida Gators.
You're down there with UCLA, which are vault. Y'all have a bunch of 10s with this iffy 10s.
All right, here we go. This could be a highlight. Coming off of Faith Torres' 9-9. Here is a bar routine that is pure magic. Audrey Davis, you see she leads the NCAA, and I think you'll see why.
Start things off. Single bar release here. Sky high. Gorgeous Cassie in there. Bart, this is one of the best routines I've seen her do.
Can she stick it?
Yes, she can. Outstanding job. Wow, that was, I don't want to say it was perfect, because every time I do, the judges see something, but that was
really good,
14 times. She scored 9.975 and ran into her last week at the men's meeting. She said, can you just tell the judges please to finally give me a 10?
Audrey, it is a 10 in my eyes. In this dismount, she worked so hard on getting that half twist, making sure those hips are truly turned. I mean, she's really put in the work this entire season.
2024 NCAA co-champ. Remember, the scores are composed of 2 judges and their average. We'll be back for her score in a second.
Selena. Come on, Store. Nice.
Very well done. Selena has one of the best vaults in this Florida team. She loves to anchor vault, makes it look just so easy.
She's coming after Gabby Disador, had a 9.875.
Great control, finds that landing. Excellent job.
Selena Harris Miranda, formerly at UCLA, last year's Big 12, Pac-12 Athlete of the Year. You hear the boos, they're not for her, it's because Audrey Davis' score came in as a 9-9. I'm sorry, I don't get that, Sloan. How do you explain that?
I'm not a judge, Bart. That one is a little confusing to me.
Yeah, no less than 9.95, maybe 10. All right, Jordan Bowers now, after 2 9.9 straight for Torres and Davis.
Jordan with the pike here.
She herself has 3 career 10s on this event.
Just the dismount. She stuck it in warm-ups.
Well, game. Oklahoma, USC are contested. They just drilled the last 3 or 4 of those dismounts, didn't they?
They did, and they need. I know that they want to stick them so bad, but the one thing that the last 3 athletes in this Oklahoma bar lineup do is they hold their lead. On that series.
Spectacular floor games. Let's enjoy.
Okay, was it on floor salon hurt?
On this event last week. A big tumbling here.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh. Oh, slow. Oh, God. What's Florida gonna do, you all? Okay, pause this. So that's Anna and Sloan. And Sloan is definitely hurt because she's like, my foot, my foot, my foot. And she clearly could not move her foot again. Oh, Sloan. Oh. Sloan tried to crawl out the motherfucking arena bench. Like, oh gosh. Sloan. Anna. Not Anna. This isn't Frozen. This is Gymnastics. Florida Gators Gymnastics. Oh my God, what are these girls gonna do? What are these girls gonna do? Okay, I don't even want to watch the rest of the meet. Oh God. Okay, so let's skim through LSU and Kentucky because I don't need that kind of negative energy in my for the rest of that meet. And Florida lost. I'm straight. You want to watch the rest of the meet? It's on my Twitter page or number 1 Gym Fan or at it. Y'all have options.
Memorial Coliseum on the University of Kentucky. OU inside number 3, taking on Kentucky. Big opportunities today. Should be a very fun meet in front of a juiced up, hyped up, sold out atmosphere on this Friday night. Welcome to Inside, Jason Raj Jr. alongside Sam Benchick. Sam, we are so excited for this matchup because it is big opportunities for both of these teams. But let's start with LSU. Why?
They need a good road score. They want to prove that they can compete just as well on the road as they do at home. I spoke to fifth-year senior Sierra Ballard, and she said it's a good opportunity to see if they can stay focused in what they call the purple zone, and they need to be all gas, no brakes here tonight.
I love that quote. And on the Kentucky side of things, their consistency has really been elite of late under Tim Garrison. 197 in all the home meets this year.
Well, head coach Tim Garrison really attributes their consistency to their mindset they bring in training. He said they expect that they're going to hit no matter what, and it shows up in the competition.
This is what they did on floor against Temple last week.
Skylar Kilowellum, 9.9. You're going to see her throughout the competition on all 4 events, so solid. Then Creslin Bros, 9.9 last week, and it's not because her tumbling, that's good too, but it's her performance quality. And Haley Davis is so powerful and so dynamic to watch.
LSU was on a mega stage last week, knocking off number 1 Oklahoma. You see the season high score. Jay Clark and his group back at it this week.
Kaylin Chio is a superstar freshman that I've been loving watching throughout this entire season. She scored a 9.95 just last weekend. She does incredibly big gymnastics, incredibly clean gymnastics, and that's why she's scoring so well. But Amari Drayton, she got a perfect 10 from 1 judge on floor last week, and I feel like she's just been heating up throughout this season.
Yeah.
And Haley Bryant, she is a rock star. She's been that way throughout her time at LSU, and she is competing in the all-around here today.
Today, LSU will be finishing on the beam. Today, they start on the bars. Kentucky starts on vault. Cecily Rizzo to get us underway.
Oh, I thought it was at LSU, right in Kentucky.
They're
okay.
all high flying.
Yurchenko full, 9.95. It's good in the air, but they really need clean landings if they're going to compete with LSU that has so many 10-0 start value vaults.
Then for LSU on the bars, Lexi Zeiss leads off LSU on bars as a freshman. Quite the honor.
Head coach Jay Clark said her elbow's been giving her a little trouble, but I watched her warm up and you couldn't tell at all. She looked so solid. Turned her hand really early for that pirouette, but adjusted nicely on top of the bar. Judges are looking for those vertical handstands, and of course, these stuck dismounts right there.
Sam, we're close enough to hear that stick.
Yeah.
You see our dual mate format for today. The 6 gymnasts per team competing in each event. Of course, 5 best scores will count. Lowest and dropped. Team with the highest cumulative team score will win at the end. And as you can see, our order has started off with Kentucky on the vault, LSU on the bars, 9-7-2-5 for Cecily Rizzo leading off. So now Ryan Noonan, the freshman, Del Mar, California, 10-0 start value on vault. She'll step up here.
She's doing a Yurchenko half on, front tuck, half off. Round off back handspring, half on, half off.
Nice. That was
a step
really
in the
nice
right
thought.
direction, more of a controlled landing.
Sam Pejic, why are you here? Wait.
Coach Tim Garrison said,
Sam Pejic, why are you here? Aren't you supposed to be with NBC getting ready for Winter Cup and the Nastia Liukin Cup? Is this indication to me that there's going to be no commentating for this and everything is just going to be on YouTube? Is the Winter Cup now? I'm not mad. I'm not mad if USA Gymnastics is moving Winter Cup over to YouTube. I'm not mad if they're moving Nastia Liukin Cup over to YouTube. It's the coverage issue that I have an issue with. Yes, I think it's better for them to move it over to YouTube. Yes, I think it's going to be more viewers over there on YouTube. But why isn't Sam Pejic there to cover it? Isn't Sam Pejic the NBC Women's Gymnastics commentator? Why is she over here doing this bullshit? I'm kind of upset. Let's continue.
The middle of the vault lineup is performing really well.
Tim also said we want to make a statement to start today. Well, this matchup, we talked about it. LSU has not won here since 2017. Sam, you and I looked at each other before the meeting. We're like, that's 8 years ago. Now.
Yeah, 8 years. It's incredible, and there's always a really good angst coming in here from LSU wanting to win this meet just for those bragging rights.
Try to get it off the checklist. It's been elusive of late.
Nice.
Big release move, overshoot combination. Nice. Finishes double layout.
Woo!
No problems with that dismount.
Sam, I was watching Ashley before the meet today. She always just looks so locked in on what's coming up.
She has been such a rock star on that event. I really like how aggressive she swings on bars.
That's something we're going to talk about throughout the course of the meet, aggressive swinging on the bars. Meanwhile,
Haley Bryan is doing bars tonight.
Her walk-on, she had a 9-9 on vault last week. Senior from Clinton, Tennessee, getting set to go here on vault for Kentucky.
She's been really exceptional for this Kentucky team. And what you're going to notice about her vault is how big her amplitude is off the table and how clean she lands. You can see she was looking for the flag to salute. Big airtime. And she does it like that every time. It's incredible how well she finds that landing. Look how high she gets off the table. She twists at the perfect time. And when she lands, look at her eyes. She spots the table. She spots the ground. Then she spots the table to help her balance and to keep her feet planted at the end.
Sam is the key part of that, making sure it sounds simple, but to see what you're looking at before you get there.
Yeah, it helps you stick.
Ooh.
See points of emphasis here on bars. And Sam, what are we looking for here on the bars?
Oh, it's just a lesson.
Handstands in the vertical positions, release moves, and of course those dismounts.
Alexis Jeffrey, one of the key returners this year for LSU, getting toward the middle of that bars lineup.
She has such a lightness to her.
That was good. Oh, that was
but the
very
highlight
beautiful.
For me is coming up right here. It's her dismount. She gets way above the bar, 2 flips, 1 twist. Check this out. Has so much time to spot the landing. Slightly under-rotated on that twist. You see her start flipping, and she actually rises above the bar and finishes all of that before she comes down. Just didn't quite get enough rotation at the end to find the stick position.
Isabella Magnelli getting set here on vault. Just got that score in from Mackenzie Wilson, a 9-9, so the highest in that vault rotation so far. We'll see what Magnelli can follow up with.
Score
big too.
Oh, my Kentucky with these tight front halves. Oh, I love it.
That's going to be another big score for Kentucky.
Coach Garrison said he wanted to make a statement early.
Check it out. Similar to her teammate, just so high above the table. Look at her arms. They open up at the perfect time for her to be able to find the landing.
That was kind of cute.
And that just tells me that they do a lot of numbers and a lot of stick drills for that to show up here in the competition.
The stick boa is what we just saw, by the way, around Isabella Magnelli. So who can get the stick boa next? Meanwhile, Kaylin Chio, do you think this is the most complete freshman in the country, Sam?
Man, she has been amazing to watch and so consistent. And what makes her stand out is that across all 4 events, she does just clean gymnastics here. Her legs are glued together. And her handstand positions are typically very clean in the vertical position. This is called a Markelov release move, back up to vertical. Tuck full in, and you know what's crazy is she does it like that in the competition, but I watch her warm up that dismount.
I think the level of difficulty that Caitlin Chio does on an even bar should be the level of difficulty required from everybody. She does a Maloney pack, she does a half turn, she does a little hop from low to high bar, she does her Horkina / Morkalov, and she does a big dismount. That is the level of difficulty that should be required from everybody in college uneven bars.
And it doesn't look like that. Head coach Jay Clark said she put so much pressure on herself, but she's a gamer when it comes to the dismount. And that's what makes her an amazing competitor, is that when she competes, it's the most elevated version of the routine she can do.
That lasso here from Caitlin Chio today. Flip it over to Skylar Killer-Wilhelm.
Come on, Kentucky
the
Vault.
transfer from Washington. He's been special this season for Kentucky.
Doing a Yurchenko 1.5.
Nice.
Good catch on the landing. She was under-rotated. That could have been a pretty big deduction, but she squeezed her core, pulled herself back up. She actually has never competed a 1.5 until this season, which is incredible to learn a new skill as a senior. Not something you see often, especially a big vault like a 1.5.
Not only do you move across the country, not only do you get used to a new campus, you also learn a new skill.
Yeah, incredible.
Still waiting on the Caitlin Chio score. By the way, if you take a look at our score tower on the right side of your screen, you'll notice that lighter shade of gray currently on Cecily Rizzo's score, for example, for Kentucky. That's the score you don't want to get rid of out of the 6 for both sides, so we'll keep you posted on that. The cumulative score does currently.
Come on, come on, Connor.
You're looking on your screen. The
Church,
top 5 will count.
Pat.
Connor McLean back up the front. She has such nice toe point in form throughout this routine.
Story.
Could hang on to the dismount. This is called a church release move. Pike position all the way across, a little close to the bar, but stays with it for the second release. You see her little bend in her knees there, trying to recover and pick up that rhythm. Very nice adjustment of what could have been a bigger deduction.
Sam Delaney Rodriguez is one of our all-arounders for today, going to anchor this vault lineup for Kentucky.
Doing a Yurchenko layout full. I was just going to say, it would be huge if she could stick this landing. Head coach Tim Garrison said their team wants to put an exclamation point at the end of their routines, and I don't know what more you want from them to stick 3 of 6 vaults. That's pretty good if you ask me. We're looking for straight arms on the table, good body position, pike down just ever so slightly, but doesn't move those feet, which is key.
Speaking of statements, to wrap up a rotation, Haley Bryant begins her journey through the all-around, returning to the all-around from that injury that limited her to 3 events prior to today. Here we go with her on bars.
Good Jaeger release move. Judges want to see good distance. Saved that handstand, had a little bit too much juice. Sometimes it's tough to rip the Band-Aid back off and start competing mid-season, but finishes double front half out. I call that a rip the Band-Aid off routine. Not her best.
LSU is pulling it for pulling her up last in the lineup.
You can tell by the look on her face that she's going to get back in the gym and she wants to stick those landings. Above the bar, that's called a straddle Jaeger. Blind change into a double front with a half twist. Her chest needed to be slightly more vertical for her to get the stuck landing.
If there's anyone who can rip that Band-Aid off quick, it is Haley Bryant. It's a key week for LSU and Kentucky. National qualifying scores taking effect. We're going to talk about
the team's average to take the
into Oklahoma. That on vault.
They compete at home. She's the leadoff athlete of the meet, and I want to say like 99% of the time sticks this Yurchenko full, and that's why the coaches say this vault matters. It really ignites the momentum throughout the rest of the competition. Jinxed her with the big hop up. I think that's the only one I've seen her do like that. She normally sticks that cold every single time.
So Isabella Ravelli, the junior. What are you looking for here, Sam, for Isabella on the bars?
One of the aspects the judges have been looking for in particular this year is extension on a glide. That's the skill before the handstand. I'll point it out for you. But Isabella Ravelli does a really nice job right there. And it helps propel you to that vertical position to get the routine started. Good release move combination. This is that last cast handstand. You can see she didn't quite get the glide extended, but good shapes on that double layout dismount. Right here, that's the extension of the glide. You want your hips to be completely flat, and that helps put you in a position for a perfect vertical handstand, which you're seeing from Isabella right there.
Chatting with head coach Tim Garrison there. Now Aaliyah Finnegan will step up on the vault for LSU. Sam, you were running into everyone this morning. Ran into her mom as well.
Yeah, the parents were excited to be here. Yurchenko 1.5. one step backwards. Wasn't a big step. She's starting to find a lot of consistency with that 1.5.
A lot of 10-0 start values dispersed throughout that LSU vault lineup.
You want to see strong block. Didn't quite get the pop off the table I usually see from her, but is able to make the twist around for a clean vault.
So still awaiting that Isabella Ravelli score. Cecily Rizzo slotting into this lineup today. They get it in 9-7-5.
Gorgeous.
Big Jaeger release move. Judges are looking to see all of those details. A little shy on that last pass handstand. They need a stick.
Ooh.
Oh. Short on that dismount, and I'm frustrated because I'm sitting here right by head coach Tim Garrison. He's making the same sound because we watched warm-ups and they were sticking all of these dismounts cold.
Kalia Lincoln.
Now in the vault, Sam, I'm going to flip over to our points of emphasis. Is Kalia Lincoln, the freshman from Frisco, is getting set to step up. What are you looking for here?
Judges are looking for high start values, execution in the air, and of course the landing.
Kalia following up a 9.850 from Aaliyah Finnegan. Aaliyah, just 18 years old, has adjusted so well. I know you've said she's very powerful, especially on the vault.
Yeah, she was over-rotating at the beginning of the season. Kind of like that. I was going to say that she did an excellent job dialing it in and figuring it out. Not quite here on this vault. Had too much amplitude and power. On the ones that she does well, she almost walks into her vault.
What do you mean by that?
Instead of running on her vault runway, she literally walks. It's incredible.
Haley Davis going to step up now here in her 5th season, pursuing her master's degree.
This is a really good one. This is actually better than Florida OU, actually.
Big scores on bars.
Ooh, Kentucky, yeah.
Veteran Haley Davis is somebody that could get the job done for them.
Kentucky reminds me a lot of MSU. This is why it says Missouri is a better team than both of them. Because Missouri really don't have any weaknesses where,
on this double layout,
like,
close.
MSU and Kentucky, they can give you the vault. They can give you the vault. It's uneven bars that are both of those teams' Achilles heel.
See if she gets to the vertical position. And she's there. Judges have a 10-degree window of grace before they're allowed to start deducting. But the rule is, if you're a coach or an athlete, you want to get to the vertical position and hold it so that it's not even a question of whether you hit that position or not.
Come on, Amari.
Here's Amari Drayton, so talented. Gonna step up on the vault for LSU.
A lot of power on that 1.5 and a lot of steps on the landing too. This is not LSU's best vault rotation I've seen.
Absolutely not. They're kind of throwing it away a little bit.
And look at her heels. I think she actually punched on the safety zone, which could also mess you up in the air.
She was following a 9.8 from Kalia Lincoln. They gave Haley Davis for Kentucky on the bars a 9.850. Remember, LSU led by a 10th and a half after the first rotation. And look at her feet again here on the vault, Sam. We'll take a look at that a little later. So right now, flipping over to the bars, Jillian Prokaski stepping up for Kentucky.
Good Maloney to the high bar, Pat Salto down to the low bar. She's been extremely important to their bar lineup. Last summer, she was struggling with her back and had an out, but she really put in the work to be able to show up in key moments like this when Kentucky needs her most.
Sam not only earning her real estate license, not only already working on extra degrees, finishing her marketing degree, but this has been so excellent here on the bars for Kentucky. We're going back here again to that vault for LSU. Great.
I thought she hit the yellow safety zone, but she didn't. She just cleared it. Opens up at the right time and just couldn't hang on to that controlled landing.
Going Caitlin Chiu.
By the way, still no scores of 9-9 or better for LSU today. And you see in that lineup, ended up giving Drayton a 9-7-2-5. Can Kaylin Chio try to make up for that here, tail end of the vault lineup?
Well, she has the ability to put up
a
huge score. Just because she's a freshman, I would never overlook Kaylin Chio because she seems to always come in those clutch moments.
With the pressure on.
Look at her body position in the air. Her hips are flat.
Past Oklahoma since the last.
Delaney's being iced to get done. Back hands are at the.
Sam, what happened on just that select?
He's going to be. Wow.
5-0 on bars for Kentucky. Out of the bars for Kaylin Chio.
That actually from Haley.
Doing the vault lineup for LSU.
Okay.
Good vault.
So that's all I can stomach for NCAA Gymnastics. Thank you for staying with me for an hour and a half of foolishness. Winter Cup will be going on today. I will be watching it with addicts. Not with addicts, but whenever addicts stream it. Or I probably might watch it on YouTube. It's gonna be free on YouTube. I probably will I definitely will be at work when all of that starts. So with that being said, I love you all. And I will see you all tomorrow morning when me and Oscar breaks down Winter Cup. And maybe Shayna. And maybe Azra. Who knows? And then we definitely will get back into NCAA because that's some bullshit what happened to Florida. Some bullshit.